Hey everyone! I'm just so happy today because finally dumating na ang ating passport with our Japanese visa. Yes, you heard it right mga sis. Nag-apply tayo ng Japanese visa because if God's will, we are planning to go to Japan or travel to Japan very soon. Hopefully next month, makapunta tayo. And since madami akong napapanood na mga vlogs or videos sharing their experience in applying for a tourist visa, might as well share with you also my experience, baka sakali makatulong or magkaroon kayo ng idea kung paano mag-apply. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with the requirements, okay? By the way, this is my first time to apply for a tourist visa. I have been to Japan before, southern part of Japan. That's because of my job. So that was like long time ago. And this time, it's my first time to apply personally for a tourist visa. Syempre, that time na nag-work tayo, wala naman tayong opportunity talaga na makakapasyal ng bonggang-bongga sa mga places na gusto nating puntahan. Kaya this time, pupunta tayo as tourist and we will gonna explore some tourist places in Japan. So watch out for my vlog soon. Itong requirements na sasabihin ko based on my application muna. Ang requirements minsan depende yan case to case basis. Might as well share with you muna yung mga requirements na hiningi sa akin and then I will just add na lang later on yung ibang mga requirements na pwede nilang hingin sa inyo. So let's start with the number 1 requirement, which is a valid passport, and make sure na yung passport ninyo is valid for 6 months. So kailangan hindi pa siya pa-expire. So meron pa siyang 6 months time frame bago mag-expire. And make sure pala na meron na kayong naka-affix na signature dun sa signature area niya, and yung sa back part na may emergency contact information, make sure na meron na ring nakalagay or naka-indicate. Number 2 is the application form. So yung application form, you can download it via Japan Embassy website. And pag nag-submit kayo ng application form, may kasama na din siyang picture. Pupunta lang kayo sa mga photo studio, sabihin nyo lang, picture for Japanese tourist visa application, alam na po nila yan. Number 3 and number 4 na hiningi sa akin is yung PSA birth certificate and PSA marriage certificate, since of course I am married, but if you are not, of course skip the marriage certificate. And make sure na itong certificate na ito, both of them are valid or recently lang na nakuha within 1 year. By the way, yung PSA and birth certificate, this is only for first timers. So pag kumuha na kayo ng tourist visa before, no need nang mag-submit ng PSA kasi meron na silang record. Kasi pag once na sinabit nyo na itong birth certificate and marriage certificate, hindi na nila yan ibabalik sa inyo. Kaya if you're a second timer, meron na silang record niyan sa kanila. Okay? Number 5 na kinuha sa akin is yung bank certificate with 6 months ADB or yung tinatawag nila na average daily balance. So, alam na rin yan ng bank once na sinabi ninyo for tourist visa application. Yung iba, aside from the bank certificate, hinahanapan din sila ng statement of account or yung SOA. But for me, hindi na sila nagtanong. By the way, yung bank certificate, nagbayad ako ng 200 pesos sa BPI. I'm not sure kung pare-pareho sa mga bank, but most likely ganun yung prices pag nag-request kayo ng bank cert sa inyong bank. Hindi po siya libre. Okay? Number 6 na hiningi sa akin is yung itinerary. So, this is also very important since hinahanap yan ni Japanese Embassy. So, yung format, may format na ibibigay sa inyo ang agency. Ilalagay nyo lang naman dun is yung, of course, yung daily activities. Parang yung first column is yung day 1, day 2, day 3. Yung second column is yung activities ninyo or yung mga places na pupuntahan ninyo, yung hotel ninyo, and then yung third column, I think something like a contact number or yung address ng hotel kung saan kayo mag-i-stay, or if may idea kayo doon sa address ng mga pupuntahan nyo, i-indicate nyo lang doon. So, madali na lang din yun. Yun yung 6 requirements na hiningi sa akin. Uulitin ko, passport. Number 2, application form. PSA birth certificate. PSA marriage certificate. Number 5 is bank certificate. And yung last one is my travel itinerary. Okay? So like what I've said, depende po yan sa case-to-case basis. Some other requirements, nag-research na din po ako para sa inyo in case na dito kayo magfo-fall sa mga areas na ito. So if you are employed, aside doon sa 6 na requirements na sinabi ko earlier, here are the additional requirements. BIR form, COE or your Certificate of Employment, which states your salary and your position, your ITR, and if you are a business owner naman, you should show your DTI or business permit. If you are a student naman, you should show your school ID or Certificate of School Enrollment. So those are the common requirements if you are applying for a Japanese visa. Okay, so paano ako nag-apply? So bilang tayo po ay tamad at mainipin sa mga mahahabang pila, char. Okay. Anyway, since provincia girl po tayo or nakatira tayo sa province, I prefer na lang na mag-seek ng help ng travel agency. And speaking of travel agency, ang napili kong agency is yung Relly Tours kasi nirecommend siya ng sister ko dahil doon sila laging nag-a-apply ng kanilang mga visa every time na magta-travel sila abroad. So, nag-submit pala ako ng application form ko noong June 5. So, pumunta ako sa office nila sa may SM North. And then, June 17, tumawag sila na nandun na daw yung aking passport. So, that's like less than 2 weeks. And if I remember it right, nung time na nag-submit ako, kinabukasan is a holiday. Parang pa-long weekend or long holiday pa ata. No? So I thought as in matatagalan na aabutin pa siya ng 1 month kasi inabutan na nga siya ng holiday. But surprisingly, yes, less than 2 weeks lang, nakuha ko na yung visa ko. Although yung visa ko pala is only for single entry, but happy na din ako kasi at least nabigyan tayo ng chance or ng opportunity na makapunta ng Japan. Yung mabigyan ka kasi ng multiple entry, minsan swerte-swertihan lang din yan, di ba? Lalo kung first time mong pupunta ng Japan, so expect mo din na hindi ka kaagad mabibigyan ng multiple entry. But anyhow, grateful na din ako, at least nakakuha tayo ng single entry visa going to Japan. And I'm really excited to share with you my travels about Japan. Actually, by the time na i-upload ko tong video na to, I'm already in Japan. So hopefully, nagkaroon kayo ng idea kung paano mag-apply ng Japan visa. By the way, kung ayaw nyo palang mag-agency and you want to process your visa on your own, pwede naman. So pupunta lang kayo sa mga VFS center. Ang alam ko, merong VFS sa may Cubao kasi nag-search din ako before, prior to my application. But then, since like what I've said, nakatira nga tayo sa province, it will be hard for me na pabalik-balik. Pinili ko na lang na undergo ng agency. Bago ko makalimutan, ang binayaran ko pala sa Relly Tours is 2,020 pesos. Kung gusto nyo namang makatipid, pwede kayong mag-apply on your own. Kayo mismo ang pupunta sa VFS Center. Pero syempre, kailangan nyong pumila, kailangan nyong magpabalik-balik if ever na may mali sa mga application nyo. Yun lang ang kagandahan kasi pag travel agency, at least i-check na nila yung application form ninyo. Pag may mali, they can correct it right away. And of course, pati na yung requirements, i-check na rin nila para hindi ka na magpabalik-balik. So yeah, that's it for my Japan tourist visa application. So hopefully nakatulong kahit konti. And if you have questions, you can comment down below. Pag kaya ko pong sagutin and pag may time ako, I will try to answer it for you. Okay? So thank you so much. Bye!